So yeah, this is my Euro 2020 prediction for the tournament. So I'm going to start off by predicting Group A. So I'm going to put Turkey in second place because they have Burak Yilmaz and they have Hakan Çalhanoğlu and they have many good players in that team. So I think they are good enough to get second place. So I'm going to go for Turkey, and I'm going to go for Italy in first place because of Barella and Verratti and Immobile. They have some good players, and the team, the Italian team, seems to work really well. They seem to play very well together, so I'm going to predict Italy to get first. And Turkey, I'm going to move them to second place because Turkey are very good in my opinion. So I think Switzerland, in my opinion, Switzerland are better than Wales because in my opinion Wales are. In my opinion, I think Wales will have a bad tournament. I don't think they will do very well in this tournament. Wales, in my opinion. So I think they will come fourth in that group. So yeah, this is my Group A, and now when it comes to Group B, I'm going to predict Belgium first because I mean they have Hazard, they have De Bruyne, they have Lukaku, they have Dries Mertens. They have many good players. Of course, Tielemans. So they have a very good team. So I think Belgium will come first in that group, and I think Denmark because they have Christensen, and they have Eriksen, and they have Højbjerg. They have many very good players in that team, and and they have Poulsen at striker, and the team, and of course they have Schmeichel in goal. So yeah, I mean Denmark just has a very strong team, and they are very experienced in the competition. You know, they're very experienced, and they went to the knockout stage in the last World Cup in Russia. So I believe Denmark will come second, and I think Russia will come third in this group. I mean, Russia are a good team, don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, I think Denmark are a little bit stronger than Russia this year. So, but I do think that it will be tight between Russia and Denmark for that second place, but I think Denmark will just about edge it and take second. So yeah, I think Russia will get third place because I believe Russia are much better than Finland. Finland, in my opinion, are probably maybe the worst team in the entire competition. So I'm predicting Finland to come fourth in this group. So yeah, that's Group B for me. And now we move on to Group C, the Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia. So I'm going to go for Netherlands to win the group, um, because I do believe that they are strong enough. I think Netherlands are strong enough to win against Austria and North Macedonia. Although I am very unsure about the Netherlands, they could very well disappoint everyone in this tournament. But I mean, I'm going to go with my gut feeling, and my gut feeling says that Netherlands will win the group. So I'm going to go for Netherlands first, and then I will go for Ukraine second because I like this Ukrainian team. I believe that they are a good team, and that they will do good this tournament. They have Sinchenko. Sinchenko, he's a good player, and really, other than that, I mean, they also have Yarmolenko. Yarmolenko, he's a decent player as well. So I mean, but Ukraine, they play good together as a team. So I believe Ukraine will get second, and I believe Austria will get third because I believe Austria will win against North Macedonia. And Austria, of course, they have Sabitzer, they have Alaba, they have a pretty decent team. They're pretty decent. So I'm gonna go for Austria in third place, and North Macedonia. I believe they will lose every game. I don't have any faith in North Macedonia to do anything, so I believe they will lose every game. I will be surprised if they don't. So yeah, that's Group C for me, and now we move on to Group D. So yeah, for Group D, I will go for England to win the group because England they have one of the strongest teams in the entire competition. So I believe that they will be good enough to win this group. And then I've gone for Croatia to take second place because I mean, of course, Croatia, you have players like Modric, Rakitic, Mandzukic, Rebic. You know, they have many good players in that Croatia team. So I believe Croatia will get second in that group, and also they have the experience of going far in a tournament. I mean, they got to the final of the last World Cup. So this this Croatian team, they know how to play in a tournament. They have the experience. So I think that Croatia are going to get second in this group. And then there is Scotland. I think Scotland are good enough to get third place because they have McTominay, they have Robertson, and they have played quite okay, you know. So I believe Scotland could perhaps win against the Czech Republic, although I'm not sure. But the Czech Republic are pretty bad team in my opinion, or at least pretty average. So I think that they will come last in this group. They have Suchek, but other than that, they don't really have any players that I really know of. So I think that Scotland or Czech Republic, they might draw against each other. So yeah, but anyway, so this is my Group D. And for Group E, I'm going to go with Spain winning the group for me. Because they have players like Ferran Torres, and they have also got players like Alvaro Morata, Sergio Busquets. You know, they have many players that are good. You know, many good players, but this Spain team, in my opinion, is not as good as the Spain teams of the past. Of course, it isn't. I don't think, but they're still a good team though. Spain are still a good team for sure, and of course they have Laporte. You know, Laporte at center back. He's a decent player, very good player. So I think Spain are going to win the group, and then there is Sweden. I think Sweden are going to get second place because Sweden are a strong team. They play good together as a team. They have Alexander Isak. They have players like Isak. They have quite a decent team, Sweden, and of course they have Lindelöf. So Victor Lindelöf at center back. So they have a strong squad. They do, and they play very well together, Sweden. And of course they have Emil Forsberg. Of course, they have Emil Forsberg as well, so they're a good team, and so that's why I'm going to pick Sweden for second, and then there is Poland. I believe Poland are going to get third place because, I mean, they have Lewandowski at striker, and he's of course an absolute legend. Everyone knows that he's the best striker in the world. But I believe that Poland are not good enough, in my opinion, to get second. I believe that they will. I think Poland are going to win against Slovakia. But I think Poland might lose against Sweden, or at least draw against Sweden, or perhaps lose. I don't know. Sweden Poland, I think it's a very good game. But in my opinion, Sweden and Poland are very close in terms of quality. So I believe it's going to be a bit of luck on which of those two teams get through. But I think, in my opinion, Sweden will edge it. And Slovakia, in my opinion, are bad. I mean, of course, they have Marek Hamšík, but other than that, I mean, they also, I think they have Skriniar, if that's how you say it. But I don't really believe in Slovakia. I think they will lose. I think they will lose every game, perhaps. So yeah, that's my Group E. And then we move on to Group F. This is, of course, the Group of Death. So I'm going to go with France getting first place. And I think Germany will get second place, because Germany have Timo Werner, Kai Havertz, and they have Antonio Rudiger, and Toni Kroos, Ilkay Gundogan, and Leon Goretzka. They have a lot of good players. Germany has a lot of good players. That's why I'm going to go with Germany second. Yeah, and I think Portugal are going to take third place in this group. I mean, of course, Portugal has a very good team. Ronaldo, Jota, they have a good team. So I'm going to go Portugal second. And Hungary fourth, because Hungary not that good. Of course, they have Szoboszlai, I think that's his name. Szoboszlai, but other than that, I don't know many players for Hungary. So, but yeah, that's my prediction for Group F. And now we go to predict the 4 best third place teams. That's a very interesting one. I'm going to go with. I think that, in my opinion, Russia are going to win against Finland. So I think Russia will get 3 points. So that's why I think Russia will end up going through. I actually believe that. Yeah, I think Poland will also get 3 points, and Portugal will also, in my opinion. And for the last spot, I think that perhaps I think that it's gonna be. I think that Austria are going to get that last spot. That means Switzerland and Scotland do not go through to the knockouts. So now for the knockout stage, I'm going to go with. Okay, so this is the first game between Belgium and Portugal. That's going to be a very good game, in my opinion. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be hard. I'm sorry to disappoint Belgium fans, but the Belgium defense, in my opinion, is kind of trash. Well, at least kind of average. I mean, they have Vertonghen and Alderweireld. Vertonghen and Alderweireld. But they are kind of trash, in my opinion. I don't like any of them. I think they're bad players. So I think that perhaps Portugal might win this, because Portugal, they're very sneaky. You know, they know how to play, how to get a good result. They know how to get a result in the knockout stage when it really matters. So that's why I'm going to go for Portugal to win this game. I think perhaps Ronaldo might score a great goal again and get Portugal to go through to the quarters. So yeah, that's my prediction. And then we have Italy versus Ukraine. So for this game, I'm going to go with Italy, because I think Italy have enough quality to beat Ukraine, in my opinion. Because they have Barella, Verratti, as I've said, Immobile. They have a good team. Italy has a very good team. and I think Italy are going to go deep in this tournament. I really do think so. I think Italy are very good, and I think Italy will surprise a lot of people in this tournament. I really do. So I'm going to predict Italy to win against Ukraine. So now we have France versus Russia. France versus Russia. So yeah, France Russia. That's gonna be a good game in my opinion. That's going to be a very good game, but in my opinion, I think France are going to win because I mean they have Griezmann, they have Pogba, they have they have amazing team. N'Golo Kante, they have yeah, and of course in center back Titi, they have Varane. Yeah, this is a great team. And now that Benzema has come back into the French team, I think France are going to be very good again. So I'm going to predict France to win. Of course, Russia has the mighty Artem Zhuba, but I don't even think Artem Zhuba himself can win against France because France are such a good team. Of course, Russia are a good team as well, but in my opinion, France are going to win. But I think it might be a good game. I think it could be a good game. I think Russia can give France a good game for sure. I think so. The mighty Rus. But yeah, whatever. So now I think that okay. So then they have Croatia versus Sweden. That's gonna be a really good game, in my opinion. Croatia Sweden. That's hard for me to pick. Oh, that's so difficult. Croatia or Sweden. That's gonna be tough. Um, that's going to be very tough. But in my opinion, I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be Croatia. I really do. I think Croatia because they have so much, experience from the last World Cup. Modric, Rakitic. I mean, these players they know how to play in these big games, and I think they might win perhaps on penalties because Sweden is a very good team. So I think Croatia Sweden is going to go to penalties in my opinion, and I think Croatia might win on penalties because they are good at penalties. So yeah, that's my prediction there. Then there is Spain versus Austria. Now Spain versus Austria, that's a very good game in my opinion. I think it could be a very tough game for Spain to be honest, but I do believe that Spain are going to win. I do have the feeling that that Spain might win that game. So I'm going to predict Spain, Ferran Torres, and the Spanish team to win. Perhaps Alvaro Morata scores a good goal that game. Yeah, I'm going to go for Spain to win against Austria. And then there is, of course, the big game England versus Germany. This is going to be a huge game. So for this game, I am actually going to predict. Oh, that's tough. I think Germany are better than England in my opinion because yeah, as I said, Werner, Havertz, and Rudiger and all of the players of Germany. I think, and of course now that Thomas Müller is back in the German team, I think that Germany are going to win against England. England has a lot of good players like Phil Foden and yeah, Jack Grealish and Kane and Mason Mount. But the problem with this England team, in my opinion, is that a lot of their star players are very young and inexperienced players, and that is why I think that England are going to lose. I think this England team, in my opinion, this England team is too young. That is my concern with this England team is that in my opinion they are just too young, and I think Germany are going to win because they have experience, a lot of Champions League, winners in that team now with Werner, Havertz, Leon Goretzka, Toni Kroos, and of course they have a Premier League winner in Ilkay Gundogan. It's a very good team, Germany. So I think Germany are going to win against England. So yeah, I think England will have a disappointing tournament because there's a lot of hype around this England team, but in my opinion, they will have a disappointing tournament. So yeah, that is what I predict. And now we have Netherlands versus Poland. Netherlands versus Poland. That's a tough game, in my opinion. That's a good game. Uh, that's a very tough game. But I believe that Netherlands are better than Poland. I mean, they have Memphis Depay. Um, yeah, they have him, and of course they have Wijnaldum. Wijnaldum is a good player. Frankie De Jong, De Vrij. You know, they have a decent team. They have De Ligt. Yeah, I think Netherlands are going to go through. Because Poland is a one-man team. The only good player for Poland is Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski. He's the only good player for Poland. So, and the other players for Poland are kind of old and kind of average. So I think Netherlands are going to win. But I think it could be a tough game because Poland has a lot of experience. But in my opinion, Netherlands are going to win this game. Yeah. So then we have a tough game. We have Turkey versus Denmark. Turkey versus Denmark. This is going to be a tough game, I think. But I believe that the experience of Denmark is going to win against Turkey. I know Turkey has a good team, but in my opinion, Denmark might just win. No, you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, I actually just changed my mind because Turkey has Soyuncu and Burak Yilmaz and Hakan Çalhanoğlu. So I think Turkey will actually win against Denmark. I think Denmark might go out again in this stage. Yeah, in my opinion, because Eriksen is not as good as he used to be. Højbjerg, Højbjerg has not had a very good season for Tottenham. So yeah, in my opinion, I think Turkey might win. I think perhaps from a free kick from Hakan Çalhanoğlu, a great free kick. He's a very good free kick taker. So I think Turkey might actually win that game against Denmark. I think it's going to be a good game though. So now we go through to the quarterfinals. So in the quarterfinals, I will actually go for. That's a tough game. Portugal versus Italy. In my opinion, Italy are better than Portugal. I think Italy are better than Portugal. I believe Ronaldo is going to be crying again because Italy. I think Italy are going to win. I think it could go to penalties perhaps. And I think Italy are good on penalties. They have Immobile, Verratti. I think Italy are going to win. I mean, Portugal has a very good team, but in my opinion, Italy are going to go very far this tournament, all the way to the final. In my opinion, so yeah, I'm just unsure about this Portugal team. I don't really know. I'm not sure how good they are. I'm not sure how good they're actually going to play together. There's also this problem with Bruno Fernandes about where he's going to play. You know, there's a lot of problems with that. So I think Italy are going to win for me. Then we have France. We have France versus Croatia. I think that, in my opinion, it's going to be a tough game, in my opinion. But I think that France are better than Croatia, in my opinion. I think Griezmann, Pogba, Mbappe, of course. Mbappe, you cannot forget about Mbappe. I think that France are going to win because they're good. France are a good team, and yeah, I believe that France are going to go to the semis. So yeah, I believe it's going to be Italy, France, in the first semifinal, and then there is Spain versus Germany. That's going to be a very good game, in my opinion. Spain, Germany. In my opinion, Germany are better than Spain. In my opinion, because they have Müller, they have Werner, and yeah, I think Germany are going to have a good tournament. So and Spain are kind of average, in my opinion. The Spanish team is not so good. I will be I will be very surprised if Spain end up going deep in this tournament. I don't think Spain will go so deep. I believe Spain are going to get not. I believe Spain are going to be knocked out in the quarters by Germany. So I'm going to predict Germany, or probably Werner scoring 3 goals, getting a hat trick. I'm just kidding, but I think Havertz could score, and perhaps Werner could score as well. At least get an assist, because Germany are good, in my opinion. I think Germany are good, strong team. So and here we have Netherlands versus Turkey. That's a tough game. I'm going to go Turkey because I don't like this Netherlands team. In my opinion, they're kind of average. In my opinion, so I think Turkey could easily win this game. I think it could be a Turkey Germany semifinal there. So I'm going to predict Turkey again. I know I have a lot of faith in this Turkey team to do well. It could backfire. It could very much backfire, and Turkey could end up going out in the group stage, or at least in the round of 16 against Denmark. But I predict Turkey to go all the way to the semis. I think Turkey are going to have a great tournament, in my opinion. So now that is Italy, France, and yeah, Italy, France. That's a great game, in my opinion. But I have to back Italy. I think Italy are going to win. I think Italy just have a very good team, in my opinion. I think Italy are a very dangerous team. In my opinion, I think no one wants to play against Italy. I don't think anyone wants to play against Italy, so I'm going to predict Italy to win the tournament. And then there is Germany versus Turkey. That's going to be a good game. I think that could actually be a great game. But I will predict Germany to win because they have Timo Werner, and any team that has Timo Werner is going to be a very good team. So yeah, Germany are going to win, in my opinion. And then there is Italy versus Germany is the final. Italy versus Germany. I think this is actually the tournament that Italy is going to win because, in my opinion, in my opinion, they just have so much quality. So I think, in my opinion, I'm going to go with Italy actually winning the tournament. Yeah, so that's my tournament. I believe that Italy are going to win. I think Italy are going to be the champions of Europe, and that Ciro Immobile is going to be lifting the trophy along with Verratti and the other Italian players. I think it's going to be a big celebration for Italy. Yeah, so that's my prediction. A bit of a surprise prediction because most people are not going to predict Italy to win. Of course, there's many people that are going to predict Italy. Don't get me wrong, Italy are a good team. So, but yeah, that's my prediction. I predict Italy to win the entire tournament. So, yeah, I believe it's going to be very interesting, though.